Manchester United 4, Aston Villa 2. Manchester United are through.
Good evening. Good evening, fam. I'm happy again. Man United, we went on a roller coaster of emotions. Not a roller coaster of a game. That's a good game. Again, if you want to say just for entertainment purposes, great game. Now, if you want to talk about the bad and the good, there's a lot of bad. There's a lot of bad.
Yeah.
But the good you have to say in a game like that, the good outweighs the bad. So I'm gonna start with the positives.
Go for it.
Garnacho.
Whoa.
Garnacho.
Whoa.
I mean, the kid is playing. He's a special player. Again, you say to yourself, "Where's that kid been?" That's a real talent. That's someone you say, you know what, the sky's the limit for a kid like that. He plays with a confidence. He plays with an air that says, you know what, I'm meant to be here. And you got to just imagine, like, cast your mind forward and think of Anthony, Garnacho, just either side. Bloody hell. Like,
One striker away.
I didn't want to say it, but imagine, literally, that's brilliant. But like, you think Garnacho, you do think Anthony, and you think, wow. But then after you say to yourselves, well, who are the players that are waiting in the wings for these positions? Now, they're really waiting in the wings. But Sancho, he's waiting. Rashford potentially will have to wait in the wings. So now you've got to say to yourself, and when we talk about Rashford waiting in the wings, he shouldn't really be, because Rashford was important today.
Yeah.
So now it's like, we know that we haven't found a true number 9, right? Because Martial, we can't trust him in a sense of, he was great. He comes on today, he gets his goal. He always scores. That's one thing you can say about him. For someone that, his conversion rate has got to be crazy. His minute to goal conversion rate has got to be insane, because when he is playing, he gets a goal, right? It's just, there's so many positives in terms of, I think Garnacho is a special player. We're very lucky to have him. We need to tie him down to a long-term contract. I don't know what is going on with his deal, but that kid is talent. That is undeniable. Even when players start to work him out, he'll still be, it's like, I don't want to speak too soon, but I remember when Arsenal fans were getting crazy about Martinelli, Bukayo Saka, you say to yourself, I didn't want to see it at first. But I was like, you know, the talent did it. You know, the ones when and then after with our squad, you sit back and say, okay, who's the next youngster to come from us to be amazing? You thought Sancho was gonna become and be that guy. You thought Sancho will wear the number 7 shirt at one point. At the moment, it looks really unlikely. But then you look at this kid and you say to yourself, well, you can have anything in this team if you keep your head down.
You're saying Garnacho is a future number 7?
He could be. He could be. I don't hate it. I don't hate but I think that's going to be Anthony's. It's going to, well, one of them are fighting. I don't mind that they're both fighting for it, but then it's got to be one of these two.
Deal with it in performances.
Yeah. Like, end of the day, like, and I hope Sancho enters the chat. You see, when we're talking about these two, and Sancho says, nah, this is my thing. You know what I mean? I hope he enters the chat, but at the moment, he's left on unread. I don't even know if he's in a group at the moment, you know what I mean? NHS settings, night nurse settings. I don't know what's going on, but I hope you get back.
Sleep mode.
Can I talk about some of the negatives?
I was going to say, I'm glad we focused on the positive first, and we'll get back to them. But you mentioned negatives, so where do you want to start?
I have to start with our leader. Well, not the leader.
That's Bruno Fernandes.
I don't know what you want to call him. Yeah, Bruno Fernandes is our leader, but the apparent leader, the captain, who's not the captain for me in terms of in his play style. Again, I'm not. So this is. It can sound like in this agenda, but I'll just talk about it purely from football, right? Mm-hmm. So you look at the moments, you look at the goals that we conceded, right? We want to play a high line, yeah. And the difference is we've been keeping clean sheets and look solid at the back for a long time. What's the thing that's changed? Remember when Gary was, I don't understand it. I don't know what they changed. Oh, they changed the centre-backs. Now you bring in the 2 centre-backs and immediately it looks Ollie-ish, yeah? Lindelof, Maguire. Now, Maguire, Bailey comes on. I said, oh, guys, they need to be working together because this guy can expose you. Now, Delo, yes, he's out of position, but even Malassia's been out of position. So it's actually a tactic of the manager saying, I expect my wing-backs to push up the pitch. But in that moment, you guys got to help out. If I'm the closest to Bailey, Where does he go? I don't even get an arm to him. I get nothing on him. I'm just a passenger. I'm pedestrian in these moments. You run back and he's giving it all of that. But then, Maguire, where's your leadership in these moments? And if you know that you're not good enough in terms of for pace, like John Terry wasn't good for pace, read the game. Give yourself some space. The second one is like, it's another foot race. It keeps on happening. And it's that you are just not good enough. When it comes to being bombarded and then heading the ball out, oh, you love that. That's your bread and butter. But we're not that kind of team. We're actually a footballing side that want to play high line. You don't have the ability to play it. He's the issue. You know when Marcel talks about the De Gea issue, that's the issue. This guy being a centre back, and that's why he's third choice. Because when Varane is not there, when Martinez is not there, when Lindelof's not
Possibly
there,
fourth, yeah.
Yeah, that's what, and he deserves to be there. But I don't want to spend too much time on him, but you can see how Delors started to look bad. And he's looked great this season. He gets in with the old school man them. What happens? The leadership's all over. Malassia's moving mad. And you have to say, we need a leader. If you're the leader, they shouldn't be looking like that. But they do with you. Speaks volumes.
Talk to me about Marcus Rashford. Got man of the match, player of the match today for Sky Sports. Second half, moved into that striker role when Martial came off. Got his goal as well. Missed a chance previous to that, but worked for it. And we've seen a different Rashford this season. Where is his best position, do you think? Is it still off the left, or have we seen today, actually, you know what?
I think
He's feeling a bit 90.
I think he's feeling a bit 90. I like that. That's great, actually. You have to appreciate it. Today, it's hard. Rashford's a left-hand sided player, yeah? He's got to watch out for that kid that's coming on the left-hand side. He has to watch out really seriously. Like, that's a problem, yeah? If I'm him, I'll be trying to get that 9 thing down. Yeah. But then there's Martial. So then really, all he has to be is that mentality monster. And that's one thing he showed today is, yeah, he has to be a mentality monster. Yes, he has to be, because today the ingredients were there. He misses a big chance. We're all going crazy. We're like, Rashford, those are the Louis like, that's the chance you can't miss. You can't afford to miss chances like that. Minutes after, he works hard. Rashford wins that moment. Again, wins the header, gets to Eriksen, like dedication, desire, gets in front of the defender, does the step over that could win the penalty. But even still, all his plans are, let me get this on target. Gets a goal. He deserves it. He deserves it today. I wouldn't have given the man of the match. I understand he scored an important goal, but this season has been a great season for him with the manager. Sign him up. He needs a contract immediately. Sign him up, because I don't see him going backwards. I don't see him having issues with working with the manager, right? He's another player that deserves praise. Bruno deserves a lot of praise. We saw the difference with not having Bruno in the Aston Villa game before. And in the hard moments, look what happens. Bruno steps up. He's all on the ref, kicking the ball out. You need that player. So Donny van de Beek doesn't do what we want, but let's not talk about the negatives.
No.
Man United, we're moving forward. Fulham, bring on Fulham. I'm really excited where this team's going to go. Really excited. But yeah, we're next round.
And finally, we're in it to win it. Can we go all the way?
Of course we can. Of course we can. I don't know who do we draw.
We don't know yet.
Okay, I believe in us. We can do it.
KG believes in us. That's all we need.